All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Gifted Gamer 204 back at it again with another man. So we just finished getting some breaking news here. Just as I finished wrapping up my last video, which I just uploaded. So I will leave that link to that video in the description below, just in case you want to go ahead and take a look at it. I did discuss, Nintendo Switch games finally crossing over to the PC market. So I highly suggest you go ahead and take a look at that. All right. So in this particular video, though, we are going to be speaking about, Nintendo officially putting a hold on the US pre-order sales for the Nintendo Switch 2. Right. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much. If you are new and you do like what you see here, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the like button. We also do a live gaming news Monday through Friday as well. So we do a lot of things here. Right now, we're currently doing a live gameplay showcase for The Last of Us Part 2 remastered on PC, right? So that's also on the channel. Y'all could go ahead. I'll leave the link to that as well in the description below. But thank y'all so much. Let's get the show on the road, ladies and gentlemen. And without further ado, here is the latest breaking news here, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna take you over to Eurogamer.com, and here it is, people. Nintendo delays the US Switch 2 pre-orders due to tariffs. Okay. All right, so this is an update, right? This was at 4:40 p.m. Over in the UK, right? Eurogamer has confirmed with Nintendo that there are no current plans to adjust the ongoing pre-order process here in the UK. All right, the original story continues below, and then this is 4:15 p.m. Those in the US looking to pre-order the Switch 2 will have to wait a little longer to do so than first expected. Okay. In a statement shared with GameSpot's Taimur Hussain, Nintendo stated pre-orders in the US, which were scheduled to go live on April 9th, will now be delayed. And they quote, in order to assess the potential impact on tariffs and evolving market conditions. Okay, this is pretty big news here, right? At the time of writing, Nintendo has not said when Switch 2 pre-orders in the US will open. US President Donald Trump imposed wide-reaching trade tariffs earlier this week, with some of the highest levies targeting countries which also happen to be critical centers of video games hardware manufacturing. According to Entertainment Software Association, Senior Vice President Aubrey Quinn, these tariffs will have a real and detrimental impact on the video games industry. Quinn's comments follow on from industry analyst Daniel Ahmad's own earlier this week, where the Nico Partners Director of Research and Insight said, while the company has shifted some of its manufacturing to Vietnam to offset the U.S. tariffs on China, the looming threat of reciprocal tariffs prior to the Switch 2 showcase will have also forced Nintendo to consider a higher price for the rest of the world. The reciprocal tariffs on Vietnam and Japan have come in higher than expected, and Nintendo will feel the impact of this if the tariffs go into full effect. While as of today, Switch 2 pre-orders have been delayed. Nintendo says Switch 2 will still release on June 5th in the US as originally planned. It remains possible retail price for the Switch 2 could change following the news regarding tariffs. At the time of writing, Walmart Gaming Canada's social media account is still touting a 9th April date for pre-orders. All right, that's Canada. Okay, now US. This is the original tweet by Taimur right here. Elsewhere, Nintendo itself is enforcing strict criteria on pre-orders from its own store in a bid to reduce scalping, uh, while multiple online UK retailers have stated pre-orders. However, the likes of Argos have already run out of stock. There it is, right? We spoke about that here yesterday, right? About how they're doing the whole pre-order thing to reduce the scalping and things like that. So that's a huge plus, right? I like that they do that, right? That's something that I want PlayStation to take note of. This is how you do things, right? Especially knowing that your PlayStation, a lot of your items, especially collectibles, they're gonna be in high demand, right? So please take note and follow this right here. Another thing. Okay. Um, in the UK, they already have started pre-orders. In the likes of Argos, they already ran out of stock. Okay, so that tells you the type of demand already that we're seeing with this new Nintendo Switch 2, and that's regardless of the price, regardless of the gaming cartridges, the physical prices, right? For the games, which a lot of people are complaining about. That's like including all of that. It's already out of stock in Argos, right? So let's get to the big news here, which is the pre-orders in the US will not be April 9th. And here we are, people. Look, this is something that's out of our hands. This is, something that the president decided to do. Um, we don't get political here. We don't take it there. We don't talk about anything like that. Um, all I can say about this is, we're gonna have to wait and see. I know that's an answer that a lot of people might not want to hear, but it is what it is. Like, we're gonna have to wait and see. Yeah, the pre-orders are canceled right now, but the release date for June 5th is still on. Now, the price that it could come in, we don't know yet. Right now, it's scheduled to be $450 for base, $499 for the bundle with the Mario Kart. You gotta ask yourself now, if that bundle was to be bumped up to $600, will that be worth it to you? And the base from $450 to $550, will that be something now that makes you stop and say, you know what? It's gonna have to wait. And me personally, I don't know how I feel about it. I am leaning towards, I'm not buying it if it does go up to $600. Because it is a lot of money. It is a lot of money, man. $600. It's a lot of money. Now, here's another question I have for you, right? Will $600 be too much because of the lineup it's coming out with, right? Let's say if they came out with a bang. Let's say if we would have had the Donkey Kong, the Mario Kart World, a new Super Smash Brothers game as well, launch titles, right? And potentially a new Mario 3D. Let's say that was the launch lineup for the Switch 2. Would that have changed your mind? That's the question I have for y'all. Me, definitely. If it was to go up into $600 with the bundle of Mario Kart, but the launch titles include like those, I forgot Metro Prime 4, right? Metro Prime, the Donkey Kong, the Super Smash Brothers, and I forgot the other one I just mentioned, right? Most definitely. I feel like with the amount of upgrades that they did and everything like that with those launch titles, it's a go. But coming back to reality, that's not the case here. Their launch titles is the Mario Kart World, the Metro Prime, the Donkey Kong, and then you're gonna also get those Switch games that you're gonna be able to upgrade to the Switch 2 version of them, right? So basically like the remaster version of them or whatever. Um Is that enough for you to go and spend $600 on that bundle, or 550 for the base console? You're gonna have to make that decision for yourself. Is it that worth it to you, right? Or are you going to wait a little bit more to see what happens? I suggest My suggestion to everybody out there, you're gonna do what you want to do, right? It's your money. I'm not telling you how to spend your money, what to do with it, nothing like that. Just off of this information, I will just tell the people wait, which is something that myself will do, is wait. I'm not gonna be, you know, one of these content creators who's just gonna go and get it just to get it and say I got it, come up in here, you know, start showcasing the new Switch 2 and things like that. If it's because I have to buy this myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not making enough money out of this to go ahead and do it. If it goes up to 600, 650, like, not to worry. You know, I'm new at this. Everything I'm owning and I'm purchasing is out of my own pocket, my own money. So I gotta, also take caution as to what is it that I'm purchasing and things like that, right? Um, so yeah, there's something I gotta really think about now. If it does go up to 600 or even 650, like, I definitely have to think about it, because I do want to get it, and I did enjoy what I saw. I liked everything I saw from it, but I also want to get it to bring it here to the channel. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I want to do. But if the price goes up too high, I'm gonna have to take a back seat and really think about what it is that I'm gonna do. And those are my thoughts on this. Everything outside of that, it's out of our hands. You know, they're gonna take a look at the tariffs, see how everything is gonna shape up, and we're gonna go from there, right? But this is just the latest news we got. That's all I got for y'all on this. And hopefully we get some good news out of it. That's all I'm hoping for, is that somehow something happens, and things just go back to normal, and we could get this at the regular price that they're targeting, which was 450 and 499. That's all we could hope for. That's all we could hope for. So, um, that's it right there. I was thinking about something else. Um, I still have the other video in my mind. That's why I was thinking about something else. But that's all I got for y'all today here on this topic here. Um, will this affect now, your pre-orders? For those of y'all who were thinking about pre-ordering the Switch 2, is this going to affect you now if it goes up to $600? And the answer, the question I asked y'all before, right? If it had that type of lineup coming out at launch, would that have changed your mind, even if it went up to $600, right? So, let me know how y'all feel about this. I told you how I feel about it. Let me know how y'all feel down in the comment section below, man. Y'all already know what time it is. Your boy, the gifted one here, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. I'm gone.